Good morning. So let's start with warming up our body. And if you've watched any of the videos or if you've been in class, we did something with just light friction, which is something that's really good to do anytime you are going to want to warm up your muscles. If you're going to do any kind of exercise, right? Just give them a nice little light friction. In the class before, we had a lot of all the different kinds of massage, but we're not going to do that today. Okay, we're just going to give ourselves a nice little warm whatever. And then let's shake it out, because we're going to be holding some poses, and it's so nice to just loosen up before you do it. And just roll your shoulders. We'll do big shoulder rolls. Big shoulder rolls. Good. 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 Beautiful. And then just do some circling of the hips. Just make it your own expression. Anything that your body needs. Like just get out the nooks and crannies. Not that you're an English muffin, but I like to think of all those little divots, right? And just stretch, stretch, and give yourself a big morning stretch. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So bring your feet about, a little more than fist width apart. Just soften your knees, and I want to do a full body isometric. So you're gonna make hand fists, foot fists, squeeze your glutes, wrap all the muscles around the bones, hug your shoulders to your ears, and make a prune face, and really feel the tightening of all the muscles, like both of your body, make them tighter, 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 and then let it out. So we're gonna do that 2 more times. Hug all your bones with your muscles. Big breath in, hold the breath, and squeeze. And release. Big breath in and squeeze. And release. Good. Very nice. Big breath in and so bring one hand to your heart, one hand to the belly, spreading your toes, little softness in the knees. Just internally scan, having your eyes open, come to the toes and back to the heels. Just feel your feet, we're starting to ground. Feel your connection. Feel the parts of your feet that are not really connecting, and if the other parts might be taking too much weight, and try to equalize that. So I'm going to spread my toes a little, get those pinky edges, all the toes, the big toe mound. Soften your knees. Feel your heels. Good. And then just go a little bit to the edges, side to side. Really start to spread the surface of your feet to feel the grounding. We're not grounded. It's like a building with no foundation. And then bringing that to stillness, with your weight over your arches and a little softness in the knees, gently wrap your lower glutes. We're not tightening the whole, just the lower glutes, right? Right, a little tightening there. Taking a deep breath in and out. Bring your hands to your hips and push down on your hips. Relax your shoulders. Feel your tailbone and crown going in opposite directions, stretching the spine. Bring one hand to the pubic bone and one hand to your tailbone. And pattern that tailbone as though it's an anchor going between your heels. We're building our foundation. Okay? Hands back to the hips. One more thing I want to do. Bring your hand to your tailbone. Take your thumb to your occipital notch. That's that little divot below the skull, right? And push in two opposite directions. Just imagine your spine lengthening. So I'm pushing down on my tailbone, I'm pulling up. Good. Chin is parallel to the earth. Make your neck nice and long. Good. And then lift your rib cage up. Lift your rib cage right off your pelvis. It's always weighting down like King Arthur's armor. And then slide your hands, thumbs in your armpit chest. Give yourself a little shoulder joint massage. Good. Now spread your fingers, thumb is in the armpit chest. Make your elbows wide, like you are spreading the front and back of your body. And take a deep, full breath in, expanding your torso, front, back, and side. And as you exhale, bring the arms down and lift up your shoulder joint, your shoulder girdle. Not your shoulders, the girdle. Good. Now breathe in, expand and fill. Exhale, the navel comes in and up. Expand and fill. When you exhale, you can lift your pelvic floor, navel in and up. It's like your navel is coming toward your spine, up towards your heart. 2 more times, expand and fill. Exhale and empty, lengthen. Expand and fill. You can even relax the glutes, and then you can give them a little gentle. Good. Now bring your hands here and pattern them. Press your hands in as though they're touching your shoulder blades. So push the front and back together. Good. Now rake your pectoral muscles. And then tap, tap, tap your collarbone. Now taking your fingers right on the little tips here on the collarbone, slide your hand down and press down. So push down, feel your spine. I want you to feel your shoulder blades flat on your back, strong. Now take a deep breath in again. And as you exhale, come down and shoulder height. And breathe in, expand and fill. And exhale, navel in and up. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Take your little fingers, creep them down your back the best you can. I want you to feel the stretch in your tricep muscle. So feel those elbows stretching towards the ceiling. Now take your left hand on your right and just circle the humerus bone, your upper arm bone inward, like you're stirring soup. Good. Now take a deep breath in and exhale over. Take another deep breath here. Really fill and exhale, stretch. So you could straighten a little bit, press into the outer edge of your right foot. Really stretch the whole side from the elbow to the foot. Good. And come back. Shake out your hand, stretch them out. We'll go to the other side. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, press into the left outer edge, pull that bone. Expand the left lung. And stretch. Push into the floor, stretch. up and come into a mountain. Can't see my arms, but I'm in a mountain. Bring your weight right in front of your heels. Lift and stretch. And now I'm clasping my hands, putting the pinky edges under my skull and stretch, lift. And then I like to put my hands just like a little cosmic pillow gently behind my head. Give yourself like a 1% isometric into your cosmic pillow. And when you take your hands away, your cosmic pillow, imagine it's always there supporting your heavy head. And then bring the palms and stretch up. Beautiful. And then open up the arms. Bring the arms behind you into a yoga mudra. Take a deep breath in and out. Just feel the beautiful strength of your body. We'll move. So, we're going to inhale the arms up and lift the heels. So you're on your toes. And then exhale down. And inhale up, stretch, reach. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. 2 more times. Try to get your balance, see what's going on for you today. And now this time, hold it. Hold it and shift your gaze. If you come down, come back up. And if you want to have a soft gaze or try to close your eyes, just be curious, a beginner's mind with your balance. Good. And come down. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms. We're going to do that with chair pose. So we're going to, let's start with our hands in yoga mudra. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees. So your knees are over your toes. You have that little hinge like you're sitting in a chair, right? Spread those toes, ground those feet. Feel the pinky edges to the heel of your foot, your whole heel. Big toe mound, good. Now come up and lift your heels. Just lift your heels, feel those thigh muscles, feel your navel moving in and up. Good. And then come up and heels down and down. So we'll do a yoga mudra again. And the knees, heels up. Arms up. If you want, shift your gaze. So you might feel a little electricity in your legs. That's okay. Let them vibrate. Ta-da! Come up and down. Good. So I hope you feel your feet. So separate your legs. You can turn the toes out. Right? And you can always toe heel wider or come in. Don't get hamstrung wherever you are, right? So look at your knees, and we're going to focus today on all the standing poses. Really make sure that those knees are aligned. You don't want your knees coming in and your feet out there, okay? So just bounce a couple of times. Spreading your toes. Now come into your bent knee. Lift your toes. See what that energizes. Put them down. And bring the arms up. So we're in a partial goddess. And we'll come over. And come over. And come into a goddess. So let me see your fierce lion goddess. So you stick out your tongue. Your eyes look to your third eye between your brows, okay? So breathe in and come into a beautiful star. And up to your shooting star. Stretch, reach. Beautiful. And come down. Again, shake out the legs. Okay, so take your legs. Give them a little rub. Really working them. I feel my legs. I hope you do too. So I want you to make believe that this leg is on a pier and this leg is in a boat, and you have one leg on each. And I want you to pattern it with your hands. So it's like the boat is moving away from the pier. Have your legs move away from each other. And now you don't want to fall in the water, so you're going to draw your legs into center. Good. Breathe in, stretch, feel you're going to fall in the water. And exhale, breathe in. A couple more times. Just feel that energy of your legs moving out and moving in. And moving out. Now I want you to find that place. I'm going to separate a little bit. You might want to too. Find that place where you're not falling in the water and you're not too tight into center, but you feel your legs. So you play with that. I'm moving out, I'm moving in. And find that spot where you feel like you have two legs to stand on. Two strong legs. Draw those thigh muscles up. So we're going to do some classic standing poses. And we'll start with, let's see, lift your left foot. Lift your left, turn it in 45. This is an internal rotation. Lift this up. This is an external rotation. So I'm going to lift my heel so it's kind of like a 90 degree. Now look at your knee. You want your knee, when you bend your knee, to be over your second and third toes, in line with your ankles. See, I'm going to, when we come into this pose, this is how you want, knee, ankle. But you don't want the knee here, which is what most people do. You want to be pushing it towards the back wall. Okay? So, I'm going to toe heel this a little wider. And, okay, so feel comfortable. And try to get your torso this way, even though there's a rotation in the hips, okay? So, taking your right hand, we're going to breathe in. Good. And breathe out, bend the knee. And breathe in and stretch. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Good. So now bend this knee. You can always toe heel. This is your foundation. You're not going anywhere with that, right? But also feel this sitting bone like it's moving towards that heel. So you can even push in this way and come into your windswept warrior. Take a few breaths, round, push into the floor, lift and extend. Beautiful. You can release at any time. I'm going to be holding for a few breaths. Here's our warrior. You can get my shirt in the line, fingertips to your heart, open up, external rotation, and then just flip your wrists and look. Feel grounded. Again, ground, push into the floor, lift, extend, float, hover. When you're in alignment, you can stay in a pose forever. If you're not in alignment, you'll be struggling. Now take your wrist to the inner knee, make it isometric. This arm comes up, and there's a little rotation of the ribs. Look up to your palm. This is a side angle warrior. And now looking forward, just straighten your leg, and you're in a triangle, right? So there you are. This is an inversion of your pelvic bowl, right? You go like that. Ta-da! And come back. Turn your foot in. You can hinge over. Give yourself a stretch. Shake your head yes and no. Bend your knees. Look up, hands on your thighs. Come up. You can shake out. And just bring one hand to your heart. One hand to your belly. And just let those very powerful, strong poses register. Feel both sides of your body. Feel radiant sensation. We're going to feel your heart beating. Good. So we're going to do that on the other side. Okay. So separating wide as you feel stable. Okay. Softness in the knees, thigh muscles, gentle wrapping of the glutes, right? Let's get as wide as you feel stable. This is our foundation foot now, so you can always toe heel this in and out. So turn in, internal, external. Do a few bends till you get your foot in the right place for you, okay? Turn and face, arm bones back, good, beautiful. So we're gonna straighten the leg. I'm just gonna stretch over, breathe in, and we'll change the arms a little. Breathe in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out. And now in, stretch and bend this knee. Windswept warrior, you can't see my hand, but make a nice little arc. Really bend, push, push this. Feel that sitting bone moving towards the heel. Right? I'm toeing out, I can go a little wider. You might be more narrower, that's fine. Okay. Fingertips. Breathe. Turn this palm up. Push into your groundedness. Lengthen your spine. Take the weight off. Lift your upper part of the body so it's not weighting down. Good. Now take your wrist against your inner thigh knee. Isometric. Stretch this arm up. Little rotation. Look up to your palm if you can. Take 3 breaths. Good, now straighten the leg, and you're in a triangle. So you could be a triangle like this, or if you can hinge in here, ta-da, and then come up, forward, and stretch down. Just shake your head, shake your shoulders, just move around. Just see something. How are we doing? Good. We're doing great. Move around. Rub your back. And press your pelvis forward and your thigh bones back. And just let your heart, nose, feel those shoulder blades lifting your heart like wings. Little wings, angel wings on your heart. Beautiful. So bringing your hands in, we're just going to scan for a moment, both sides. See if you feel more balanced. Good, and we're going to do a balance pose, the tree. So bring your palms And we're going to do a 10 breath tree. So you can be a low branch. If you come out, come back into it. No judgments, just focus. So we're gonna press the palms in. Let's bring everything into center. And then just lift this heel up without shifting. Center and up, push into your left foot, leg. Extend. Good. And now bring this foot wherever you feel comfortable. This is an isometric. The foot and the inner leg are pushing towards center. And we're going to take 10 breaths. Some of you might want to shift your gaze. If you want to try to close your eyes for a moment. So take just 10 meditative internal breaths. And on your own, just switch to the other side when you're ready. You could do any arm movements that you like as well. And when you're finished, slowly make your way down to the floor. So we're going to actually come to a table pose when you're ready. I'm going to do a couple of cats and dogs. And I want you to make this your own expression. I want you, if you want to move your head, your shoulders, if you want to come into a downward dog, just take a moment. We're going to be doing some back strengtheners. Just stretch out. Okay, anything? Good. And when you're ready, come onto your stomach and stretch yourself out, okay? I'm going to be looking at the screen, but you're going to be, if you need to peek, but try to keep yourself as much in alignment without moving, unless you're not sure what we're doing, okay? So, and also I want you to hear me unmuffled. So stretch out, stretch one arm and one leg. Good. And then make a little pillow, okay, with your hands, resting your forehead on your hands. And just move from one hip to the other. Just to walk your legs away, like really lengthen your spine. Lengthen the torso. And just rock a little bit. Good. And then just stretch your legs away. And take 5 breaths here, yielding, grounding into the floor. And then inhale your head up, pushing into the arms. Okay. And turn your head to one side. Inhale the head up, pushing into the arms, from the elbow on, and turn your head to the other side. Push, lift, extend, and turn. Push, lift, extend, and turn. A couple more times. Breathe in, push, lift, lengthen, turn, push, lift, lengthen, turn. Now bring your head again, forehead to your hands. Take a deep breath in and go, ha. Now you can make any adjustments so that it feels right for you, but I want you to, if you want to bring your arms back a little, push in and make any adjustments. I have to adjust my arms because I want to stretch my legs away, push into my hip bones, pubic bone, and I'm pushing into the floor to work my upper back. So drop your tailbone, lift your pubic bone, push, and notice how that lifts you a little bit more. Just take a few breaths. We're strengthening our back muscles. Push, feel your shoulder blades flat, coming towards the front of your body. And then just lower yourself down, move your hands forward, and just windshield wipe your legs. Let them go back and forth. Releasing your lower back. Good. Now, it doesn't matter what arm you take, because you're lying down, but take one arm and stretch it forward. The other one is bent like this. And your forehead is down. You're going to inhale, stretching the opposite arm and leg away. So my left arm is bent, so I'm stretching my right arm away and my left leg. So I'm pushing into my left arm. I'm lifting my head. This is a half boat. Drop that tailbone, lift the pubic bone, push, extend, and relax. Come back, windshield wipe. So we're doing this slowly and deeply. So now I'm going to extend my right leg. I have my right arm bent. My left leg, my left arm is stretched. Okay? My left leg is going to stay on the floor. Okay? So breathing in. I'm going to push into the floor. Push myself up. Stretch the toe and the fingertip away. So I want to lift my upper back. And then come down and do some windshield wiping. So if you have any back issues, you might feel your back, but if you have any pain or discomfort or lower back issues, to make any modifications on this. Okay, so we're going to do just a full boat. So breathe in and just stretch the arms and legs away till they just come up. Push into the pubic bone. Now lift if you can and extend. And then come back and really release. Release those legs. And we're going to do something that'll feel good, I hope. So before we do that, we're just going to come into a Sphinx pose. So the elbows are underneath. Stretch the legs away. Arm bones back. Same principle. You push into the floor, lift yourself up, extend, and now with this pose, grab, pull your chest through, grab the hands back. Now push into the heels of the hand. So you're pushing and pulling, and this friction. Good. Now you windshield wipe again. And we're going to do either, it's called an iguana or a half frog, but I'm bending my right arm, right? This arm is here, and I'm gonna bend my left leg. So my knee and hip are aligned, my knee and my ankle. So don't look at yourself like a little frog. You're a half frog here. Stretch the other leg away, okay? Bring this knee up as close as you can. And if you could bring your elbow, you can look at it like, I think this is more of an iguana. So see your iguana, stretch. You can pull yourself over a little. That's stretching the muscle in the lower back, the side back, the quadratus lumborum on one side. Good, and then come back and do the other side. Knee to hip start, frog that foot, ankle and knee, and now move it up, move that elbow towards it, look at your foot. And stretch, and come back, and come onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, and just give yourself a nice back massage, rolling. So in yoga, sometimes we make movements and do things that feel different. And we've never done it before. So it's like a new awareness for the body. But you always want to do a release. So we're going to take one leg in, stretch it. This is a good lower back. So I'm flexing this long leg, bringing one leg in, flex both feet, and breathe. Good. Now take the heel, stretch the leg up a little. And then we're going to bring it over and just do a little cradle. Pulse your cradle. And stretch. Good. I'm going to stretch this leg away, the opposite. Flex, stretch. Hold the heel. It's like the toes coming toward your forehead. Do a little cradle pulse. Do a cradle rock. Good. Bring both knees in. Now, this is going to widen your sacrum. So you're going to bring your knee, inner thighs in, widen your feet as wide as your mat. Okay? Lift up. You can even spread that lower back, right? And give yourself a hug. So take 5 breaths. Feel the pinky edges of your feet too, and inner thighs. And just give yourself a hug. 5 breaths, and then just switch the arms. Okay, this is a restorative. Let's see how I'm doing. Good. Do an internal scan. And when you're finished, just bring your arms out to the side and separate your legs. Again, as wide as your mat, but they're parallel. And let the legs gently come from side to side. If you can get your knee to the floor, great, you don't have to. And let your head go in the same direction at first. Where the legs go, my head goes. And now let it go in the opposite direction. So my legs are to the right, I'm gonna look left. Then come center and the other way. Just make this a nice, loving stretch. I'm coming to the sides of my feet as I come over. Good. And then again, just bring your knees into your chest. You can cross your ankles. Come up into like a little ball, a little seed. Stretch. You can grab onto your legs. Stretch. It's like an upside down dog, maybe. Stretch. Good. And just lift up. Here's a little stretch. And in. Now bring your legs up to the ceiling and your arms. And this is a wonderful, perfectly safe inversion. Start to relax your jaw. Hopefully it has been relaxed, but notice and scan your body. Feel the tingling in your fingers and toes, possibly, as gravity works on our circulation and lymph. Just gonna hold this for a moment. And give it a little shake, shake, shake. You have to rest your arms for a moment, because we're going to bring them back up. Kick your butt. And then come back up, and we're just going to point and flex. We're using our joints. Good. Now make scrunch, foot fists and hand fists, and then stretch, and scrunch, and stretch, and scrunch. Just pulse, like we're pulsing the pulse of life. Good. Really stretch those fingers and toes, make space, and then circle the ankles and the wrists. In the opposite direction. And shake, 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 shake. Now, we're gonna do a shake. Bring your legs down, where everything is moving along the floor, except try to keep your spine in the same place. So just see if you can move what you can move and shake around without like making your spine go from side to side. See if you can keep your head and your tailbone and everything else is moving. And now, I like to do it with the bent knee, make believe you're a dog trying to scratch that little spot on your back. I love the way dogs do that, right? Beautiful. So we're going to prepare for a Shavasana, and then we're going to do some breath work and a meditation. So make yourself comfortable. See how we are with time. Time always gets away. I always feel like we have so much, but we have enough. We always have enough time. So make yourself comfortable. If there's any movement that your body needs, if you want to do a dog, or stretch out in some other way. Take a moment to give yourself what your body needs so you can be perfectly relaxed, okay? So scanning your body from the top of your head to your toes. Consciously release any residual tension or holding that you're unconscious of. Starting with your head, just relax the muscles of the face. Relax the root of your tongue. Feel the radiant sensations on your inner cheeks. And tongue. Soften your eyes. Relax the ears. Feel your breath. Cool breath that you inhale and how it's warmed as you exhale. Relaxing your shoulders, arms all the way to your fingertips. Breathing in, relaxing the neck and throat. Relax, breathing into your heart space. Feel the front, back, and sides of your heart space. Relax your solar plexus, breathing in and out. And coming to the pelvic bowl. Breathe into your pelvic bowl and out. Relaxing your glutes and pelvic floor. No isometrics or tension, just everything melting. Legs relaxed from your hips all the way down to your toes. Let the bones be heavy. Heavy, heavy, yielding to the floor. Let your muscles melt. Just let your body rest for the next few minutes. Feel radiant sensation. Feel the energy inside your body, pulsing coursing, streaming. Just breathe into this beautiful field of energy that is you. And then deepening your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And rotate your ankles and wrists. Gently move your head from side to side. Stretch your arms overhead. Point your toes. Give yourself a big yawn. Like you just woke up. And then just come over into a fetal position on your preferred side. And slowly come to seated. Any comfortable position. You could sit in a chair, you could sit on your mat, on a pillow, arms and legs, however you are most comfortable. We're going to do a little breath work. So I want you to breathe in deeply, expanding the front, back, and sides like we've been doing. And as we exhale, we're going to puff it out of our mouth and just hinge over at the hips. So it looks like this. I'm breathing in, and then I'm going. So I feel it like my navel is pumping that air out of my lungs. As many as you want, okay? And then we're going to come up and fill, and again. And breathe in, clearing out all the way to the bottom of the lungs. Do that 3 more times. Fill yourself up with fresh prana, life force. Breathe in. Might be getting a little lightheaded. You're sitting, hopefully. And then last time, breathe in and breathe out. 1 long breath. Breathe it all out. Like blow up the biggest birthday candle for a giant. Like a balloon. And come up empty. Pull up on your pelvic floor and drop your chin. You made a vacuum. And lift your chin, breathe in slowly, 2/3 full. Lock it in. Lift your chin, sip in a little more. Lock it in. And blast this prana that's in your lungs to all the cells of your body. And release at any time. Lift your head, release the pelvic floor, and blow out. So you might feel a little lightheaded because you usually don't breathe that deeply. So we're just going to sit for a moment, and we're going to do the classic Hatha Yoga Mudra, which is Jhana Mudra. The thumb is the cosmic energy, and the pointer finger is the human. So we are connecting ourselves with the divine, the human, the individual with the cosmic energy. So just you can rest your wrists and you can have a soft gaze and just sit quietly. If your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. Just internally scan. Spend the next, we'll do a minute, just internally scanning And that was our meditation in a New York minute. Thank you for joining me.